and I have brood in the top box. And remember, one of my objectives is to get the brood down in the bottom here for fall. So I may have to move this down, but right now I'm just doing my full inspection as required. Now here what I have is an open frame. I don't see much brood here. I do see a queen cup or two. I see some spotty brood over here. Let's see if the queen is on here. Just make sure before I walk you over. Quick glance, don't see her. I have a couple things going on here for this frame. Here is a queen cell right here. It is open. And do you see something in there? Yeah, there's actually a larvae in there. That's fascinating.
Hold it still. Hold it still.
I'm inspecting, but you see they're going in that cell, and there's actually a big larvae in there. There's another one up here on the frame. Let me see if I can. All right, I'll hold it still. You got it?
Yeah. You can't see in it, but it's on there.
Yep.
You can see it.
So here's some more queen cells they have going on. Yeah, there's a larvae in there. That's fascinating. Now whether they're going to cap that off or what, don't know. Again, we're going to try and find the queen here, but let me kind of get this all back together. So that's number 4. Let's go to T5. You know, what concerns me is when I see a ton of drones in here, that means that they may be possibly looking to build themselves a queen. Yeah, I got some brood in here. Larvae. Let's see if I can get any eggs. Light's not the best for it today. Do not see any. See clean on this either. I should have looked at that before I walked it out. You always want to check. You don't want to walk and drop the queen somewhere. Now here I see a lot of pattern, so that's good. And I see larvae. The larvae means to me in the last number of days before it's capped that there was somebody laying in here. And it's on the outside edge of the brood area, which means she's continuing to lay. Also what I see is some of these domes that I saw before. These are drone brood domes. They're a little bit bigger. I should have brought a pick with me. I could have checked to see. Here again is another queen cell. It's uncapped. Again, you know, I tend to see queen cells all over through this hive this year. So I have 3 and 5 with brood on it. Let's see what number 6 gives me. Not a ton of brood. Oh, here's a reasonable amount of brood. And another queen cell. And another queen cell.
You're dropping stuff. I don't know what it is.
Make sure I don't. And another queen cell. Wow, they're crazy in here.
You get a bee on your side.
That's okay. That's not going to bother me. Good for the queen. Alright, so let me bring this one to you real quick. And just say, a lot of pattern here. Fairly solid. Same on the other side. Looks pretty good. So here's what I have is, I have 3 frames so far. Let me just mush the bee in the mud. And they're all in the top box. And they're up and about here. Hopefully my smoker's still, yeah, got a little life in it. Smoke them down just a bit. Alright. I've seen what I wanted to see pretty much. I got brood on 3, 5, 6, probably 7. I'm going to go get 7. and take a peek. I'm expecting to find some brood on this, and then I think I'm done with brood. I'm getting a little agitated here. Spotty pattern here, a little solid on the side. I do see larvae, lots of larvae. This one's got lots of larvae in it, so they're going to cap this all off pretty soon. I'm looking for eggs. See eggs there? There's a queen cell down on the bottom. I'll bring this over in a sec here. Just make sure she's not on here. I do not see her. Funny thing about this hive is it started out as a carnelian hive earlier this year, and they requeened it themselves, and when they did, they switched over to Italians. So you can see there's quite a bit of brood and larvae in this one. So we could keep moving around here so you can see into the cells. While this one doesn't show a lot of cap pattern, you can see there's a ton of larvae in here that most likely they're going to get to cap soon, which is great, because what you want them to be doing now is building winter bees, and that's what they're doing. And the other thing that I've not talked about, but I am doing, is I'm looking at the bees for any signs of varroa. I don't see any varroa on the bees. I don't see any bees with deformed wings. I think we're looking pretty good in that capacity. There's that queen cell on the bottom of the frame. You can see that they have that there, but there's nothing in it as I take a peek at it. So here's what I know. Right now, this box has all the brood chamber up in the top, and I want to move it to the bottom. So I'm going to stop there. I'm going to slide everything back together gently, give them time to move. Again, they're up inside, so I'm just going to give them a little puff, get them contained. And I think instead of moving literally frame by frame out, I am going to put this box on the bottom. Whoops. I'm going to reload my smoker here because I let it sit too long. I had everything set up and loaded the smoker, and then forgot my bottom boards and had to go back out to the garage and get them. And I had to find the mouse guard that we used, and by the time I came back, this thing sat there for probably 40 minutes and used all the fuel up. So I don't have it laying on its side or anything, so let's see if we can reconstitute it a little bit here. Put a little bit of fresh fuel. Now we're good to go. Alright, so I'm going to smoke these girls down one more time. I'm smoking across the top of the frame to drive them down, but I'm not really trying to smoke down into the hive like crazy and gas them out, so to speak. But you can see I've achieved my objective, and you're starting to get a little agitated with me. I've been pretty intrusive. I've not been in this box for a while, so you know, when you do that, they tend to get a little goofy. I can tell how wet this box is as I insert my tool and I pry up. I'm literally seeing the water squeeze out of the wood. That's how damp it is here in New Jersey this year. Between the hurricane that came through, the tropical storm, I'm going to do this. I'm going to take this box, I'm going to set it over here. I'm going to pry that top box, I'm going to put it down. I'm going to take the top or the bottom box and put it on top of it. You'll see. Here we go. Break the seal. Set it down. Pop this box. It is welded on there. There we go. So if you'd help me, Daniel, lift that whole piece up. Lift the whole box. The bottom is going to come with it, and set it over there in the grass. And I'm going to put this here, actually this, and set that down on top of it. I'll put this here. They're like, what the heck is going on?
I'm not happy right now.
Yeah, that's the way it goes.
It's got to come towards me. Back's got to come towards me. You want to pick it up and put it on? Ouch.
You get stung?
Yeah. Found a one little spot open. Set the edge down. Do the wiggle. Give them time. And good. Alright. Let's give them a little smoke. Alright.
No smoking.
I'm going to smoke this area that I got stung so I don't draw them to me. So look, I've been pretty intrusive here. What I'm going to do right now is just cover them off for a second and let them settle down some. Got a lot of bees up in the air and we've challenged them, so we'll let them settle some, get back in the box. I'm going to take this stinger and scrape it out of my thing here. Pump it away.
Here, let me.
I don't know if you could see that right there at the corner of my hive tool. It's pretty wedged in there. What I don't want to do is grab it like this and squeeze it, because if I do that, then there it goes. And what I'm going to do is, and you can see they're after that. They know that it's there. I would squeeze the venom into me, so. Alright, so boy, I've disturbed them quite a bit here, but so be it. They're a little confused. They gotta get acclimated to the new setup. Alright, girls. A couple of smashed bees here, that's probably what set them off. I'm sure they don't appreciate that. They know. I have to wonder if the best thing to do here
Just let them sit.
Is to put the super back on and let them be.
Yeah, I think you might be.
Come back another week and reconfigure, because it's been pretty intrusive here. It's funny, there's flies on the cover. Where they come from?
I've had flies buzzing the camera the entire time. So I don't know if they're...
So one of the things you want to do this time of year is get your mouse guards on, so the mice don't get into the hive, and you know, it'll also prevent the wasps and whatever else that's prevalent this time of year from getting into your hive and